Hey everybody, this is Carol Eckerly with the National Speakers Association here in Michigan. And we are going to do something special today, and that is a new member spotlight. And we are welcoming to our membership, Michelle Steffes. So Michelle, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a delight to be with you, Carol.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad that you decided to join us. And for everyone out there, I'm going to give you just a quick snapshot of who Michelle is, and then I'm going to ask her to kind of take us through her who, what, why. So here we go. So Michelle is an author, speaker, corporate trainer, and executive coach. And she excels in culture change, leadership, and emotional intelligence, all of which we need desperately in this time.
Yes.
With over 2 decades of leadership and 10,000 hours of study in the science of human behavior, neuroscience, and physiology, her motto is, it's always about the people. Oh, I love,
Yes,
love
it
the motto.
is.
Yeah, so I'm just going to start with that. Tell us about the motto, and that must be a precursor for what you do. So take us through what you do.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Carol. Yes, it is about the people. You know, the people are really, I like to call them the ambassadors to your vision. And vision is something that everyone should have, whether it's a personal vision or a corporate vision. And that every decision that you make should align with that vision. Okay. But the people that you have on your team are those ambassadors. And we all know what an ambassador is, right? So whether it's the receptionist or the person that's, cleaning the bathrooms, or whether it's somebody that's in the front lines doing the main work, or even the top notch management, they all need to be aligning with the vision, and they all need to be taken into account in terms of their ability to offer their talents, giftings, experience, whatever it is, and be allowed to incorporate all that talent into being that ambassador. That's when you're going to get your best yield out of your team.
Yeah.
And those leaders that don't do that they just give them a task list, put them in a cubicle, here, do your job, these are the ones that end up wondering why their numbers are dropping. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And from a hiring point of view, you hire somebody because you expect them to be help with a solution for your company, right? And if you don't give them a chance to blossom and grow, I would think that you're selling yourself short. So love what you're all about.
Exactly.
So now,
thank you.
Yeah. So tell me, who is your key client? What would your key client look like?
My key client are corporate, really. Usually a mid-size is what I end up with, but I do get some small corporate, and they have usually a lot of leaders that they have me work with, whether it's in a group setting. So I do a lot of group coaching, and my group coaching is quite unique because I take them through a series of topics with a lot of interactivity and collaborative solution finding, whereby they're allowed to come up with solutions based on each topic that directly align with their vision. And so what happens is a complete evolution in the culture, because when you have your team involved to that level, it just completely changes the game in the face of the company. So they have, they have a complete culture change. And it's really exciting to watch them do it, because they get excited as I get excited.
Yeah, that is fun. And I would imagine too, it gives everybody an idea to discover the secret weapon, the secret superpower of their colleagues that maybe they haven't had a chance to do. So
yes, absolutely. And that's the whole theme behind it.
Yeah, love that.
We pay so much money to onboard people, and we don't give them a chance to blossom.
Right, exactly. So what made you decide that this was going to be your passion, and this was going to be the area of expertise that you were really going to key into?
Well, it comes from over 2 decades of leadership experience, as you had mentioned at the front here. And just, really sometimes I'd find myself in the office being a counselor or a coach more than doing my work. But, realizing that people are needy, and not in a bad way.
Right.
They're needy in terms of they're wanting to thrive. They're wanting to succeed and grow and give the most they can to the company. And all they're doing is looking for that opportunity. So pulling out their very best, which is kind of where the executive coach side of me blossomed and grew. But just having that opportunity and building 5 businesses from ground up, and seeing leaders needing to be empowered and given the tools to rise to the top. That's where my passion was driven. And so I started IPV Consulting 8 years ago, and it's still thriving to this day.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. So thank you for giving us a snapshot of what you do, who your client is, and why you love it. And the last question I have for you is why NSA? What made you reach out to us and decide to join us?
Well, I've always had kind of a big dream to be a speaker, and throughout my career, I've had many opportunities to speak and to do workshops. Obviously, as a leader, that's kind of a prerequisite.
Yeah.
And so I've done just a ton of speaking engagements, and I've always kind of had this, I guess, pie in the sky dream of being more as a speaker. And definitely my speaker career has evolved, but NSA has come up to the surface multiple times. And I've had many personal friends of mine, colleagues that are speakers, come to me and say, Michelle, you need to join. You need to get on board. And, oh, but it's a Saturday. Oh, but those reasons. And then I had the opportunity of speaking with you and getting excited about, what you do. And so here I am.
That's fantastic. And I'm so glad that you're here. And, bringing up the Saturday component, we do meet on Saturdays, but we meet every other Saturday.
Yeah.
And right now, just for everybody watching this, we are doing everything virtually, at least through September. And what's really great in the foresight of our leadership last year, especially Mimi Brown, was that we have gone to a facility actually over here at school. I go like this because I literally live right by Schoolcraft, but
right.
But Schoolcraft allows us to be in person and also virtually at the same time. So when we can go back in person, if you're out of town or you're just not ready for that, we have the solution for that as well. So thank you for bringing that up. Coincidentally, Michelle, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, and that really, the fact that you're doing virtual and in person as an offering, I think is outstanding. It's absolutely outstanding.
Well, like I said, that was the forethought of leadership last year before we even knew what COVID was. So good for them.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with me. And again, welcome to our group. We are excited to see you and hopefully meet you in person very, very soon.
I would love that. Thank you so much, Carol. I really appreciate you taking the time today.
Absolutely. Have a good day. Bye-bye.